Hello friends, and welcome to another Wednesday Quickie Electronics edition. If today is the first time visiting with us, we want to extend you a very warm welcome and invite you to view any of our over 430 videos that we've arranged for your convenience in playlists, as we are confident you're going to find some both enjoyable and entertaining. No, not enjoyable and entertaining, enjoyable and useful. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, do subscribe. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. So-called smartwatches is a very popular electronic item, and everyone these days like them. You might have seen in my videos that I tend to wear an Apple watch. It's the 42mm watch, and also both Elpida and Mrs. Woodworker have Apple watches, correct?
Yes.
But these are expensive pieces of technology. We're talking about, I don't know what is the cheapest one, $399, $499, somewhere in that range, right?
Yeah.
And my concern has been for a lot of time, especially in our old shop, about damaging this watch, which is a fairly expensive investment. And also, as much as I like Apple products, for full disclosure, I use an iMac for my main computer, and I have a couple of Apple MacBook Pros. So I'm not an Apple fanboy, but I do enjoy Apple products, and Mrs. Woodworker also has an Apple and Mac Air. But when it comes to the watch, while I do like it, there are some things I do not like. One of them is when you use it consistently, you end up having to charge it every day or at the maximum any other day. And I think for a watch that is not very good. Also, when it dies, it completely dies. In other words, it doesn't have any backup system to allow you at least to do the time. It doesn't go to a saving power mode to allow you to only do the time and make it through the day if you're halfway through your day and your battery is... So I found another solution that is at under $100 and very easy to find. And this is a 3 Plus hybrid watch, which is this watch here. Definitely looks more like a watch. And I will show you, it has interchangeable faces, about 100 or so you can routinely change. In all fairness, the Apple Watch also has interchangeable faces. Got it?
There we go.
Not good?
Yeah.
But there are a couple of things that I like about this cheap watch more than I like about the Apple Watch. To start with, this is water resistant, what you said, down to 3 bars? We were looking.
That's what it said.
Right. And I wear it routinely in my shower. I don't take it off in rain, whatever, I do not. And granted, the Apple Watch, the new generation, is supposedly Apple resistant. The Apple Watch is Apple resistant.
Yeah.
No, it is water resistant. However, Apple reserves the right to refuse service on this watch under warranty if it has water damage, which makes to me no sense, right? Or this watch just too fast.
No?
This watch, I definitely like that this watch here, the 3 Plus hybrid, also looks like a watch. It is a smartwatch. It has all kinds of I don't know if I can do it here. It has all kinds of smart apps, really rivaling that of the iPhone. It also has a heart rate monitor in the rear, just like the iPhone.
In the rear?
In the rear, in the back side.
In the back side?
In the back side, yes.
Like the Apple Watch.
Like the Apple Watch, what I said.
You said the iPhone, so.
The iWatch, yeah. And I keep losing my train of thought. I've chosen a simple one, and as you can see here, it shows me my battery left and if I have messages and some other general information. I prefer this to the Apple Watch. And Siri activated for some reason. Go away, Siri. Can you see them?
Yes, perfect.
They are approximately the same size, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Another advantage of this watch is that you can buy any kind of standard wristband,
Watch band.
and replace it. On the iWatch you have to buy specific Apple compatible and different depending if it is a 32, a 42, I'm sorry, it's 38, 42 and 44. So for a watch that costs about a fourth of the price, this has been a very good watch for me. I've worn it for about a year now, I think, something like that. Do you remember?
Nope.
And I find preferable to the Apple Watch, to be honest. Can you see the little blinking thing?
Yes.
This is the sensor, you know that. And it can do something that the Apple Watch cannot do. And that really like that. What it does, if it runs out of battery, if it comes close to run out of battery, it actually suspends the smart features of the watch, but it retains the time. So the hands that are traditional hands on the face will continue telling you the time for 2 or 3 days actually. And normally the watch can last about a week at charge in normal mode using the smart functions of the watch. What are the smart functions of the watch? Of course it has messages, like most smartwatches. It will allow you to see who is calling you. It will not allow you to answer the phone like James Bond, you know, on your ears. Yeah, you know, you can do that with this phone. And I don't know how useful that is. I've used it maybe twice, and both of the times was years ago when I first bought my first Apple Watch, because it's kind of strange to walk around talking like this, right?
It was cool in the movies, though.
It's cool in the movies, and it's cool the first time you do it. There's no question about it, but it is not something that I find a useful thing. However, knowing that someone calls you and being able to see who is calling you is useful, and the 3 Plus hybrid actually provides that information. It has alarms. You can set it for exercise, and it will follow how much distance you cover. It has a GPS in it. So it does all the important functions. Again, the only thing that the Apple Watch, I'm very creative with naming.
Yeah.
Where are you, Mr. Cook? I have new names for your products.
We need to call it the Apple Watch.
So the hybrid 3 Plus does pretty much everything the Apple Watch does, except allowing you to talk on it on the go, right? And you have your phone presumably, so it is not an important consideration. It has an app that can work with both Android and Apple, which makes it really more versatile, where the Apple Watch works very well within the Apple ecosystem, but really not work very well with Android. It will work, but has very, very limited functions in that ecosystem, right? So why would you pay $300 or $400 for this watch when you can pay under $100 for this watch? What do you think, Elpida? What you would buy? Use your words.
This one.
It has a name. Call it by name.
The 3 Plus hybrid. Yeah.
So if you want a reasonably priced, I wouldn't call it inexpensive, but even $100 is not really inexpensive.
But if you're looking for a smartwatch option, that's reasonably.
This is a reasonably priced smartwatch that works very, very well.
I do have a question for you. Because as you mentioned, the Apple Watch does have different sizes for
male and female.
Female. Does the 3 Plus also have?
It does. It has a smaller female version, and it's $20 cheaper. Which another plus, because on the Apple ecosystem, I don't think they're cheaper.
I don't think so.
So, but it does. It is the same watch, but it is smaller in size, which is traditional.
Right.
In traditional watches, that's how you differentiate male versus female watches.
Right.
So yes, it does. So it has everything you will need in a smartwatch. I think is on this watch, and I've been very pleased. I really, really like how when it runs low on battery, it turns into a traditional watch. So you still know the time. You don't have the other functionality. When the Apple Watch becomes a brick, right? You can do nothing with it. It doesn't.
Well, and in that event, it's telling you you're going to need to charge this, as opposed to the Apple Watch, which is just we're done.
Correct. It has another cool feature that I'm not sure I will be able to show in camera, but if you want to read a message, for example, the two hands that are physical hands, they're not electronic drawings,
Not digital.
right, will go straight across, so they will create a line so they do not interfere with your reading. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can make it happen. Here you see another set of the included apps, and you can see here on the blue is the exercise app.
Oh, it's gone now.
Oh, it's gone? It does a very good job. It allows you different modes like running, bicycling, rowing. It has a very, very healthy amount of information that you can record. And let me see if I can find what I wanted to describe to people. Describe to people? I don't know what I'm talking about. Demonstrate. No music. I haven't put music in the phone.
Okay.
It has much more memory than the iPhone. It doesn't depend for everything on the watch like the Apple phone does. But why it doesn't? I've shown it to you, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Did I describe it well? I cannot.
Yes. It creates a horizontal line across the screen so that you can see what's on there as opposed to having the hands intersect messages.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
So it provides a bigger screen by doing this change. In any case, if you're looking for a nice smartwatch, I really firmly stand behind this. I will give it 5 out of 5. How many thumbs is that?
5 out of 5 thumbs, yeah.
No, of course. What do you think about this watch?
Well, I haven't really used it. Do I like the look of it? Do I like the way you describe the functionality? Yes, but I've not been a user of the watch, so.
And it has a light weight, a nice weight folded. I mean, it feels.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent weight.
It's not a plastic kind of watch. So you have those two options. Your option here, which is the option to your left, right, is $400. This is under $100. Which one you will go for, and why would you be locked to the ecosystem? Definitely, if you do not have an Apple phone and you're not in the Apple ecosystem, this makes much more sense. It is a much more versatile watch. If you have an Apple, I can see why you will go with the Apple Watch. It is more smooth with Apple devices than Android devices. But that's another reason for me, another point on this watch. It is equally good on both ecosystems, right? So my vote goes for this, and even though I have both, I found myself wearing this more often, even though it is a cheaper watch than the Apple Watch, for the reasons I enumerated, right? And to summarize, this comes off the box for the money as a waterproof watch. I've worn it routinely in showers, and it has never failed. It has never filled with water. It keeps time very well. It synchronizes with my iPhone very well. It is cheaper. If you break it, you're not going to cry like I cried when I dropped my iPhone in the marina. You know, and overall, I'm not saying destroy your stuff, but sometimes things happen, right? Life happens and things break or you lose them. This is a better option in my opinion. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this short episode, a short quickie, which by definition quickies are.
And let's see if how quick can it be?
And let's see if we can make the quickie into a longie. And if you did, we appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, we appreciate you subscribing with us. And also click the bell button to be notified every time we post new videos. We post videos midweek and in the weekends. Our midweek videos are called quickies. We try to have them short and sweet and talk about a lot of things. We talk about all kinds of, we do reviews, we do first looks, we talk about woodworking, we do everything, right? We're like the Seinfeld of YouTube channels, a little bit about everything, right? Or about nothing. What was the Seinfeld show? Was it about nothing or about everything?
TV show about nothing.
About nothing, so yeah. So if you like this kind of content, we have it for you. If you like builds, this is usually our weekend shows, and we have that as well. So why not subscribe? We have everything. Join us. We appreciate you staying with us, and if you stayed this long, I want to say that in the month of March, we're going to have another giveaway. So stick around and watch us to tell you how that will work and what you will need to do to win our giveaway. From the Garage Woodworker, the Garage Wizard, this is me, the same person. I just decided to have a lot of different names. Mrs. Woodworker and Elpida, and of course, all of us that make the Urban Homesteading channel, want to wish you a great week, and we're going to see you on the weekend. Farewell, friends.